In today's video, I'm taking a look at some of the biggest transfers in the Premier League so far this season. Yo guys, welcome back to another video on our channel, and today I'm taking a look at some of the biggest transfers in the Premier League this season and the cards that we can expect to see in FIFA 21. Just quickly before we do jump into these transfer guides, if you are new already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to blow this account up before FIFA 21 does drop in game. And when FIFA 21 does drop, be sure to expect how to trade, best starter teams, and all this other good stuff before the start of FIFA 21. If you do enjoy the video and there are any other transfers that you think I should have mentioned, let me know in the comments below and smash a big thumbs up. That really does help me out, guys. So we're just going to jump straight into the transfers, and to start off with, we've got Nathan Ake, who's gone from Bournemouth to Manchester City for a 22 million. I haven't changed any of the card stats this time round, as I didn't get time and I just wanted to get this video out as soon as possible for you guys. But yeah, the first transfer is Ake from Bournemouth to Man City for 22 million. I think this is a great signing for Man City personally, as Nathan Ake is a very solid defender and he's still very young. So next up, we've got Beek going from Ajax to Man United for 40 million. And Beek is a very good player, don't get me wrong. I think 40 million is a little bit too much for him, as his experience is only really in the Eredivisie, which isn't the best of leagues. However, Beek is still a very, very good player, and I think Man United might have done a good job picking this player up. So, the next signing is actually one that I'm pretty disappointed about. It's Eze going from QPR to Crystal Palace, and as a West Ham fan, I thought we were really going to try and buy this player. He's such an amazing young English footballer, and honestly his potential is very, very good. So I think Palace have got an absolute steal picking him up for just 20 million. He scored bags of goals and got loads of assists last season in the Championship. So like I say, I think Palace have done an absolute great bit of work picking up Eze for just 20 million. Next up, we've got Kai Havertz, who has gone to Chelsea from Leverkusen for a whopping 70 million. Frank Lampard got to the point he could buy players, and he just said bye-bye to the youth players, and he's bringing in the big guns. He wants to win his title next season, and honestly, with the players he's brought in, we'll be going through the rest of them in this video, but the players that he's brought in, they could really be competing for the title this season. It's absolutely crazy. So like I say, they've brought in Kai Havertz for 70 million from Leverkusen. So next up, we've got James Rodriguez. This one isn't actually confirmed as of just yet, but he's had a medical, fees have been confirmed, and it's pretty much done and dusted, to be honest. It's 22 million pounds worth for James Rodriguez going to Everton, and for Everton I think this could be a very good sign. Obviously James is a great player. James just hasn't had his chance at Real. He's just sort of sat on the bench. He hasn't been anywhere near the starting 11 really, and I think his time at Everton will really allow him to show what he's made of. So like I say, this one isn't quite confirmed, but I can imagine we will see this being completed within the next day or two. So next up, this is what I think is a pretty big signing, but for Brighton, not really for FIFA in general, but just for Brighton and the starting teams that we could use in the Premier League, is going to be Lallana going from Liverpool to Brighton, and I think he'll do very well at Brighton. He's gone on a free from Liverpool, and I think he'll do very well for Brighton. I think for Brighton, he's a very good player to be picking up, as he will just sort of sit in that midfield, spray the ball about. He's obviously got that experience of playing with the big dogs, so he can bring that experience and the desire to win to Brighton, and hopefully help Brighton get some more goals and assists this season. So for Brighton, I think it's a very good sign, and also I think Lallana will be a good starting card when FIFA does first drop. So next up, we've got Thiago Silva. He's gone from PSG to Chelsea on a free, and this is absolutely crazy. On a free from PSG for Thiago Silva. So like I say, Chelsea are going to be looking to win the title this season. They're really going for it. Obviously, Thiago Silva's getting a bit old now. I still think he's got a couple of seasons in the tank, and he's probably raring to go for Chelsea and get in the Premier League and show how good of a defender he actually is. I'm actually excited to see how Thiago Silva does cope in the Premier League as opposed to playing over in France. But yeah, this is an absolute crazy signing from PSG to Chelsea on an absolute free. Next up, we've got Ziyech. We covered this one in a previous video as well, who has obviously gone from Slavia Praga over to West Ham, and I'm gassed for this one. Ziyech, he's been scoring goals at the end of the season. He's been scoring goals in pre-season, so I'm very excited to see how Ziyech is going to put up for us in the rest of the season. Obviously, the defensive midfielder, he gets in and around the box an awful lot. He scores a bag of goals, gets a lot of assists, and is just genuinely a very good all-round player. So I think for 15 million, we've picked up an absolute steal there, really. So next up is another crazy signing for Chelsea. They've picked up Timo Werner for just 47 million, and I seriously think Timo Werner is going to tear up the Premier League. I think he's going to be absolutely insane for Chelsea. I think he's going to score the bags of goals this season coming up. I think we might have to wait 1 or 2 months to allow him to adjust to the Premier League, but once he is fully adjusted, I think he's going to start scoring bags of goals, and I think Chelsea will really start flying up the table with Timo Werner up front alongside Tammy Abraham or any of their other strikers. I think 47 million is also a very good price for Werner. Obviously, for the Premier League and for sweaty squads in FIFA, this is a great signing for us. This is what we like to see. A pacey player coming to the Premier League, just allowing that Premier League team to be even more broken than it already would be. Timo Werner up front is going to be absolutely crazy in the Premier League squad, and I'm pretty gassed to try him out in FIFA. Next up is Willian going from Chelsea to Arsenal. Obviously not much of a difference in terms of Premier League teams. However, for free, I think Arsenal have done a good bit of business there picking up Willian. He wasn't really getting too much of a chance at Chelsea, but when he did, he was showing what he's made of. Obviously, he's got incredible free kicks, and he just is a very good playmaker and can dribble the ball very well. So I think Arsenal have done a good bit of business here picking up Willian. And I do think he will be in and around the Arsenal starting 11 quite a lot this season. We can probably expect him to get a couple of informs this season as well. And finally, guys, we've got Ziyech, who is going from Ajax to Chelsea. Once again, Chelsea picking up another crazy signing for 36 million. They've spent an awful lot this season, even though they've picked up likes of Thiago Silva on a free. However, we have seen what Ziyech can do in the Champions League. Obviously, he scores loads of goals, he'll get a load of assists, and I think this is great business for Chelsea again. Him playing in behind Timo Werner with Thiago Silva at the back, it's just going to be absolutely crazy to see how Chelsea do get on this season. I think they're really, really going to go for it, and they probably are going to be contending for that title this season. So I think Liverpool and Man City have got a bit more competition to put up with, as I think Chelsea will really be hot on their tails this season. Obviously, with the signings of Ben Chilwell and a couple of others as well, I think Chelsea really are just going to absolutely go as much as they can for the title this season and show us what they are made of. But yeah, guys, they are some of the biggest transfers we can expect to see coming to the Premier League in FIFA 21. If you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to smash a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if I missed any transfers that you would have liked to have seen. But if you did enjoy the video, like I say, do smash a big thumbs up and also let me know in the comments below, as I'll carry on doing videos like this before the drop of FIFA 21, which is just under a month's time right now. I'm very gassed to be getting trading on the web app and also showing you guys some of the best starter teams you can be using for FIFA 21 when it does drop. But yeah, guys, this will be the end of the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one in a bit. Bye.